Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Raven here. Today we're going to play Lilly's adventure portion of our hero's adventure campaign. And when last we left off, there was a kidnapping attempt on Lilly that was unsuccessful. But now we are going to roll and see if there is any more people that have snuck into the city or the castle to help that person as part of an assassination attempt. It's the next day, but so 31, so yes, people have snuck into either the kingdom or the castle besides just him. Let's see, 51 or higher will be the castle, 49 or lower is the kingdom, and 50 is a reroll. And we got 13, so they are in the kingdom. And let's do a D4 for 2. So we'll say it takes them 2 days to find a way to sneak into the castle. So while that's going on, we'll do our 2 days. So as we wake up in our room, surrounded by guards, we are given our breakfast and told that the entire kingdom's capital city is now on lockdown due to the assassination attempt, because during interrogations they will, let's roll a d10. During interrogations they were able to interrogate him and find out that there are 9 others besides him within the kingdom as part of this kidnapping and assassination attempt. And so let's see if anything happens during the morning. 88, nothing happens during the morning. 19, that's a, 19, so something does happen during the afternoon, positive or negative. Okay, it's something positive. Let's see, a D6. And a 4 is... what's that? Okay. So, a wild bird slams into the side of our window as we are talking and eating our breakfast, and we hear it thud against the window, and it distracts us for a second, and then we go back to eating for 10-15 seconds, and then we notice that the bird's still there, and so we go and open up the window, and we'll let's see if the bird is, so 83, the bird lets us pick it up, and we bring it in, we put it on the bed, we'll give it some food, and then we'll make a little box or something for it. Well, let's see if we can. 90. Yep, we're able to like rig like a little box or carrier for it, and then we carry it, we'll say, into, we haven't had to extend to this part of the castle yet, but that's cool finally. So we will go down our hallway over over here into this area, which we'll say is the blacksmith for the castle. And this is his forging area. So F for forging area, and this is where he keeps like all his materials and stuff to bring over. And then we'll fill this in. We are in here, and we will talk to him about making like a splint and stuff like that for the bird's wings. And he's like, yeah, sure. Rigs him up real quick, and then we go back to our room, and it's by that time it's night and 54, so nothing happens at night. Now it is the second day, so what we will do is, if anything negative happens, we will do it in stages. The first negative thing will, within the next couple days, will be the successful infiltration by the 9 others. The second negative thing will be Lily's successful capture, and the third negative thing will be Lily's successful abduction or death, depending on what the dice decide. So 82, nothing happens during the day, and we just go about our day. Now that everything's like on edge, instead of just staying in our room like we're supposed to, we're like try to sneak into the kitchen, talk to the kitchen staff for a little bit. We try and like sneak around the castle, but try and like figure out and hear what's going on, but we get caught by some guards and brought back to our room a couple times, and that's what we do for the day. Well, for the during the morning, and then during the afternoon, somehow the 9 people are able to infiltrate the castle, and during night there is a successful successfully snatch us up. But that is the third roll. So they have successfully grabbed Lily and are inside her room. Let's take a note real quick with a note card. We'll put 9 E for 9 enemies. And we already have... Alright, yeah, we've got all there. Alright, so as they are... Well, let's see if... So they're able to successfully, like, snatch us up, but let's see if they were able to do it quietly or not. 21. No, they are not able to do it to, like, kidnap us quietly. They somehow make it past all the guards, and they make it into our room, and right as they're about to, like, cover our mouth with a cloth that has sleeping poison on it to, like, knock us completely unconscious, we wake up from the sound, and in our fear, we activate our power and summon our 3 giant rats, and we're going to have to make all 9 of these people roll to see if they immediately get crushed to death or not. So, roll 1, 83, no, that guy is alive. 71, alive. 44, alright, so 1 dies, that makes it 8. 4th roll, 38, another 1 dies. That makes it 7. 5th roll is 97, so he's fine. Roll 6. 37, he's or she is dead. So 6 left, and roll 7 is an 83, so that one's fine. Roll 8 is a 35, so that one is crushed, leaving 5. And roll 8 is a 9. That one is crushed. And roll 9 is a 1. So that one is crushed. Alright. So as these kidnappers and kidnapping assassins, they sneak into the kingdom. They plan for a whole day. Then the next day, during the morning and the afternoon, they make their way all the way through the town, the part of the city that they were hiding in, to sneak into the castle. They somehow make it past all the guards. Let's see. 26. So yeah, all the guards are dead. They somehow successfully killed all of our guards in the entire castle. And then when they get to our room, they try and throw a cloth with poisonous sleeping magic on it over our mouth, which scares us. We wake up, we activate our power and summon our 3 giant rats, which instantly manifest in this burst of blinding light that turns into a shroud of darkness as they all come summoned forth on top of 6 of the guys, immediately smashing them and making their heads pop and explode, splattering blood, brain matter, and eyes all over the room. It splatters us in the face and mouth as we like cover our eyes and start screaming and start like spitting it out of our mouth. We're going to roll to see who goes first. So we got a 10 and they get a 21. So we were going to roll to see if their morality is broke, and 41. So yes, their morale is broke after seeing their friends get absolutely smashed to death. And they're going to use all their combat points to attempt to run away. And they can run away 1 square per turn. And our bed's all the way over here. So we'll say they run 1, 2, 3. And they are right here. And they're running as a group. And that is their 1 combat point, and then 1, 2, 3, so they're right here for their 2nd combat point, and then 1, 2, 3, they're right here for their 3rd combat point. And right as they get down to the end of the hallway, our rats move double speed so they can catch up with let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 combat point, 1, 2. So 2 combat points each, and our 3 rats catch up and immediately bite down on the back of these soldiers, 1 rat each. And okay, our rats have a +5 base attack, and their bites do 2d6, and the guys have an armor of 10. Armor of 15, health of 15. So 2, 6, 7, 8, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah, 13. So, our rats, bite down on all of these guys, but as they try and, like, bite down, they don't puncture through the magical cloth armor that these guys are wearing. And as that happens, we're going to see if they fight or still are trying to run. 99, they are going to turn around and start attacking. So each of them just has a dagger that does a d4 plus their base attack, which is 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So that the rats have an armor of 15. So it's 8, 16. So. Alright, so that drops us down to yeah, alright. And then 30. Oh yeah, so yeah, we're fine. So as we get hit by our rats get hit by the glancing blow of the daggers, all it does is shave off some of the rat's fur, which just makes the rats angrier. But they do have 2 more combat points, so they're going to use both of them. That one is a 1 plus 5, so 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 total. And alright, we were at 6 armor. So 13, we'll do 12 minus 6, and so we're at 7. Alright, and then so that goes over by 1. So yeah, and then we and so it drops our armor down for the turn, and we take 7 damage, which drops us to 23. And as the daggers slide ever so gently across the chest of the rats, as these guys are trying to push forward back through the hallway to try and get back to us now that they're not afraid anymore. And as that happens, now our rats have all of their combat points, so we'll just do them all at once. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6, and 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh wait, no. I didn't add the 5 to last. So 12. And then add 5 goes to this one. So 12, and then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 20, or 20, 21, 20, okay, so 25, and then last one, 26, 27, 28, 29, 34. Alright, so they're outright dead. Because we only needed 30 to bypass all of their armor and kill them completely by getting rid of their 15 health. So as they all get super confident and start pushing back at the rats and attempt to stab them in the throat, the rats move, and it ends up sliding and glancing against their chests. And then as this happens, the rats bite down on their heads and tear all their heads off, decapitating them as they drop to the ground on their knees before their body falls forward on the ground with blood squirting out the neck. And as that happens, let's see, 58, yeah, so nothing else is going to happen tonight. So, once our rats are done killing them, they come back to us and we can telepathically communicate with our rats. So they plus we can tell they're covered in blood and they still have hair and stuff like that stuck in their mouth and clothes, and so we know that they're dead, and we go and pick out all the clothes and hair and stuff like that from their teeth, and we go over and we get some water from our bucket that's by the fireplace, and we wash them down from all the blood, and then we lay down and go to bed. And then we need to roll something that happens in the overworld, because that assassination and kidnapping, well, assassination / kidnapping did not work. 27. Ooh, okay, so it is negative. Alright. I know exactly what to do. So, as these guys are killed, unbeknownst to us, their magic, like shirt armors that they're wearing, sets off a distress signal once they are like wounded, and then they have a tattoo that activates and shows their location upon death, and then they all have a ring that upon death draws a invisible magic circle around their body that can be teleported to by someone that has one of those rings. And so now our room, because there was 3, so yeah, so Lily's room now has 6 magic teleportation circles within it, because 6 of the guys were crushed in there. And this long hallway, we'll go Blacksmith Hall, has 3 magic teleportation circles, and there's our notes right there. And let's roll a d6 to see how many people can come through the portal at once. A 2. Alright, so 2 per portal at once. Alright, but that's still 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That's still a total of 18 that can just automatically teleport into the castle at any point in time. Now that Power City has connection directly to our castle, unbeknownst to us, and they know that the assassination attempt failed. So they will be preparing, and let's say we'll roll a d10 to see how many days it takes them to prepare for their attack. A 3. So we'll note down 3 days until castle is invaded. Alright. And then we'll put by 18 elite soldiers. Alright. Note real quick. Alright, and so we go to bed, we wake up, and as we wake up in the morning, we notice that it's really quiet. A 2, oh crap. So we noticed that it's super quiet, and as the sun is super bright and really high up in the sky, and we're like, whoa, what's going on? Why did no one wake us up? And where the fuck's my breakfast at? Hello? We start screaming and yelling, where's my breakfast? Peasants, bring it to me now. And everything's just completely silent. And then, out of nowhere, 6 elite soldiers manifest in front of us as these magic circles that were invisible on our floor now become visible and beaming with a bright, pulsating, ice blue light. And as this happens, the 6 people step forth. 3 tall men in black-clad armor with sword and shield, and 3 women in witches' robes with a hat and a staff, and each of them with a different pet or familiar, whichever you want to call it, sitting upon their shoulder. One a cat, one a crow, one a frog. And then 3 more appear in the hall right here. And those 3, there's going to be one that looks tall and super lanky and covered in very loose purple clothing, and then the other 2 are mechanical golems that are standing at his side, each of his sides, on guard. And as they appear there, they notice that there is another hallway opening down over here. So, and up there, so he decides to stay here to guard this area while he sends one of the golems here to block from coming through, and one of the golems here. And as we see these, we'll say knights and witches, we begin to panic as we notice that on the chest of the knight's armor is the house sigil for Power City, and on the witch's hat, on all 3 of their hats, is the sigil for Power City. And let's see if they just immediately attack us, or... So, 56. So, no, they are going to try and talk to us, and we'll say, so an 88. So, okay, they are going to be polite for now, and they are going to try and convince us to willingly join Power City in an alliance, for you may not have noticed, my lady, but while you sit safely perched here in your castle, that, by the way, is half destroyed and torn down, your entire capital city burns to the ground. And as they say that, we begin to panic and we're like, what? As we look out the window and we can just see from sitting on our bed and looking in that direction. We can't see all the town, but we can see some of it that's in the far distance. And it's just pure bright orange light and black smoke raising up into the sky. And as that happens, let's see what 62. We look at them and say, you come into my kingdom. You slaughter my people. You light my capital on fire. You infiltrate my castle. You infiltrate my bedroom. And you have the audacity to ask me to join you tonight. You all, or I will die. And as we say this, we activate our power with a burst of light, summoning forth all of our rats. And we are going to see if any of these soldiers or witches get crushed. 95, so the first soldier's fine. 29, second soldier is crushed. Well, actually, we'll do soldier, witch, soldier. So we'll say one of the witches is crushed, and then third one, and 8, one of the soldiers is crushed. So one witch and one soldier is crushed, which brings it down to 4. Well, actually, let's see if they die or not, because they are elite. So the soldier dies, and a 9, yeah, okay, they both die. Alright, so as we summon our rats, 2 of them we summon directly on top of one of the soldiers and one of the witches, and they smash them into the ground, and as their bodies pop and explode, and we summon another one right in front of us, and we immediately climb up on top of them. We'll say we summon Rex on top of the soldier, Ren on top of the witch, and we are riding Rave. And as this happens, we'll see who goes first. Okay, so we got a 77. They got a 89 or 86. So, alright, looks like the soldiers, and then we're going first. And this is where we have a chance to die. The first, we'll say both the soldiers are going to use their 3 combat points to do the same thing. We have to roll 3 times for each of them. They have to get 50 or higher 2 out of 3 of their rolls. So 56, 98, so we don't need to do the third roll. And second guy, 41, he fails his first one. 71, that's a success. And 49, so the second soldier does not succeed. But the first soldier, he raises up his shield. And as he raises up his shield, he also unsheathes his sword that sits, his short sword that sits inside his shield, and he pulls it out. And as he pulls it out, he brings it to the front of the shield, where he slams the shield 3 times before turning the blade to the side and slicing across the front of the shield, causing the gem in the front of the shield to shatter and break. And as the gem shatters, a burst of darkness is set forth throughout the entire room and down the hall as it explodes through the door and ripples and shakes all the walls. It blasts out the window, it blows a hole in the wall, and it seeps all the way down to there. And everyone that is a hostile creature to the soldier becomes automatically blinded, and they take 6d6 darkness damage, and they have their constitution score reduced by half the amount of damage dealt. This is a one-time use ability that each of these soldiers gets with their shield. So that's a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and then they're elite soldiers, so their base attack is 15. So we'll do 15, 15 is 30, so 33, and so that drops, so we'll take 15, so, alright, so we'll take 17 damage.
With the sea as his guide and the stars his maps, he swore to return and fill the gaps. Yo ho, under the moonlight glow.
Alright, so yeah, so we're at 6 health. I had to double check to make sure I did that right. Yeah, we are at 6 health as this darkness orb explodes. And the worst part of it hasn't even happened yet, because in 2 rounds, a darkness elemental will be summoned from the darkness that now surrounds us. And now it is the witch's turn, and the witches, since they can see in this darkness, they are going to, let's see which one of their things. 83, so high. Alright, they're going to both take their hats off. And as they take we can't see what's going on, but as they take their hats off and like flick it with their wrist forward and in front of them, they put their hand inside the hat and then they pull out a ball of lightning as they throw their hand forward, and it shoots a jolt of electricity directly at us. And each of these do 2d6 lightning. So 2 and 8, plus the 15, so yeah, so which is 23. So as this darkness erupts and we go blind and begin choking and coughing and like getting really scared because we can't see in the darkness. Our rats are starting to freak out because this is magical darkness and they can only see in regular darkness, so they're like scurrying and running all around. And then as this is happening, the witches take the opportunity to pull off their hats, reach their hand inside, and pull out orbs of lightning that they simultaneously launch towards us, and they come together and fuse to make a bigger lightning bolt that bursts forth and strikes us right in the chest as we begin to shake and ripple with electricity pulsing through our veins as we slowly get burnt and toasted, and the room begins to fill with the smell of burnt corpse as Lilly falls to her death and the rats are unsummoned. Thank you all. Like, subscribe, and join us next time for more adventures.